والله إننا ثلاثة استشهدوا وربنا يتقبلهم إن شاء الله. وعملنا شت داون طوالي، قفلنا يوم الخميس ذاته كان عملنا شت داون.
Welcome to Jimosi podcast. So the cabinet is like executive that include ministers and the president and the vice president met for the first time on Thursday, November 13, to have a meeting. And this was after 8 months. And in those 8 months, something that was actually weird is that during the time of Bolmel, there was no cabinet meeting. Okay. This was the first cabinet meeting that was held immediately after he was removed from office. So I don't know what we can take from there.
So I feel like that's more than 8 months then, because Bolmel was appointed in February of 2025.
Yes.
And they are meeting in mid-November.
It's supposed to be 9, but that approximation that I'm saying is me. Like it's not an exact that you can say from this date to this date. So it's an
I'm talking in
approximation.
terms of when Bolmel was in the picture. Yeah.
So this meeting happened after he was fired. And during his time, there was no cabinet meeting. And what they actually did, they approved a budget for 2025-2026, which was due in June, but was then approved on Thursday, November, 5 months later. And it was a 7 trillion SSP. That 7 trillion, I converted to, using the current rate, to dollars, is $1.16 billion.
Okay.
And that budget,
1.16, that's a small budget.
Yes, small budget, 1.16 billion is for full 12 months. So from June to next year, June, when they will do the next budget.
When they are supposed to do it, because they don't do it in June.
Yeah, for maybe they will do it.
It was done in November too.
Yeah, maybe things will now be on track.
Okay.
And based on what they said, they found that out of that 7 trillion, they would be able, within the resources that are within the country, they would be able to raise 5.5. And the 1.5 trillion, they will have to borrow it somewhere. But again, when I converted the money, the 7 trillion to US dollars came to 1.16 billion US dollars. You remember a few days ago, the advance request payment
was 2.5
billion.
Yeah.
Which is way higher than the budget itself, almost double.
Yeah.
So if they're able to request that money from their oil revenue, then why do they want to top it up with another 1.5? If the money that they can be paid in advance, high chances they can be paid in advance, or if it was to happen, they can get that money. They can get that money one time for the whole 12 months they get for the whole budget. So you see where...
Yeah, like I feel like this is where corruption comes in, right? Because that 2.5 billion, they did not tell us what they wanted it to be used for. In those 2 letters, they were just requesting for the advance payment. And actually, the person who was signing that or authorizing the request is not qualified enough to do that.
Yes.
That's not the Minister for Finance. It's not the Minister for Petroleum, but the Undersecretary.
Yeah.
Which is outrageous. And there's no guarantors. So how can an individual just print out letters and send them requesting for that huge amount?
Yes, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then out of the discussion, they came up with something that we have always been saying. That no individual should go ahead and borrow on behalf of the government.
As they should.
So if anything needs to be borrowed, all the procedures will have to be followed through the budget, parliament debate for the approval. But there's no, this game that they used to play for the last 20 years from 2005 to today, or to last week when they made that amendment, that everybody used to go, you go and get another rich UAE guy and Emiratis. You just talk with him, you say, you know, if you give us 1 million or 30 million US dollars, give it to government of South Sudan, we can pay it back to you at 20%. a rate which is
Using
way
the
higher.
food, our
Yes, I'll just go and talk with the president. It is going to be the country debt. 20% return. That's big money. Returns are around 3% to 2%. Some are even 0 point something percent.
Yeah, it should never go beyond 5%.
So you see, these negotiations that are made by individual always put the country in a bad financial situation because the rate that they negotiate are not the right rates, and they're not debated by anybody to say, why are we taking a loan at 20% when we can get it somewhere else for 3%? You see, so when it is not subjected to debate, then people are exploited. But these few individuals that go to borrow on behalf of the government, they always have a cut in process.
I wanted to say that.
This Emirati guy or any other person that will have that loan will say, I'll give your country 30 million so long as you guarantee that my 30 million will come back with it 20%. When they agree that, is given 1 million somewhere or even 500,000 US dollars, and
or
they keep it as his
cut
profit
something from within that amount that they are
that they have
for.
agreed.
Yes, or they can say at 20%, but 5% of that 20% is going to be mine. So that's how these corrupt individuals benefit.
Yes. And then this guy used to go to the country and just tell the president, I got this nice guy, is going to give us 30 million US dollars. We're just using 30 million as
just as an example. It's
as
not
an example. It's not like
there's
somebody that we saw doing exact 30 million.
And it cannot even do much for a country.
Yeah.
That's like if for a specific department like the hospital or something like that.
Yeah, so they come and say, the president, we have got 30 million US dollars. This is easy money. What we just have to commit is to talk with the Ministry of Finance to at least give these people this money per month. And then in 10 years or in 7 years, we will pay this one off. It's easy. You see now the army has not been paid for some time. This one is going to help and at least boost your image that you are working on things. You see?
Aside the ego a little.
Yes, and then it's okay, bring the document and people just sign.
And then you just authorize and it goes.
Yes, but in other countries, this is why we always say South Sudan is ruling itself on jungle rules, because in all the countries, no single person is allowed to borrow on behalf of the country.
Even if you are the Minister of Finance.
Even if you are the president of the country, the prime minister, the whatever, you cannot borrow on behalf of the government. Borrowing of the government is discussed by the parliament when you people have tabled the budget, either from the Ministry of Finance or from the treasurer.
From the Ministry of Finance.
Yes, they will come and say, this is the budget that we are able to afford for this year. They say this is the amount. Based on our non-oil revenue and a little bit of oil revenue, we will be able to raise this one, but there's a shortfall of this amount. We need this one now to be financed by borrowing. And this is now where the parliament will say, okay, we need to borrow. Which people do you have in mind? What rate are they offering? What the term limit of that thing to be paid off? And then will there be any grant in between there in that loan that we take? Because when it comes to developing countries or the third world countries, when they are given loan, especially by the World Bank
the IMF.
or the IMF, the amount always have some grant in it. So if it is 10 million, they will say 20% of that 10 million is a grant.
So what's a grant for someone who might not understand?
It's like a free money business. It's not really free because these people will still get it back through the interest rate.
Also, sometimes it have conditions attached to it.
Yes.
That this money, that grant or the percentage specified within the loan that you are taking is going to go towards a specific development project. If it's for road construction, then they'll say this money should be allocated to like 10 kilometers or 100 kilometers of road.
Yes.
And it has to be done. You have to fulfill those conditions for it to be waived. Otherwise, you'll have to repay the whole thing. If you don't use it accordingly.
So now it has changed. So any borrowing will have to be subjected to the parliament, and I'm really happy for that.
Same.
And we should follow constitution going forward, man. We can't just run this country like your own
Like a
house where you just
household.
go to the bank and decide you people need a personal loan, or you talk to a friend. You borrow from a friend, then you start having some quarreling after some time
Yeah,
because
most
of
people
not
like
paying.
want to borrow from friends because it doesn't come with interest.
Mhm.
And then when it comes to payment, you kind of feel uneasy.
Yes.
But if you were to go to the bank, then you must pay,
Mhm.
and there's a term limit of when you're supposed to complete paying them
Mhm.
with some interest as well.
Mhm.
And anytime you default on paying, you get penalties.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, South Sudan, the way the things happen, and sometimes it's really hard to know where this country is heading. So on that the same day that these people were having meeting, in that
Cabinet.
cabinet meeting, in the afternoon, you know what happened? The Heglig, there's a place called Heglig
Heglig, yeah.
in
I think it's somewhere in Sudan where
in
the
Sudan.
oil pipelines and stuff, oil refine, whatever, oil company.
Oil production, whatever, for the crude that is transported to Port Sudan. They experience, they were attacked actually, with drone attack.
Drone attack, yeah.
3 of them. And it actually killed 3 people. 3 people died. And for emergency purposes, you know what they did? They shut down the oil production. Now the budget has been tabled. Part of it was to be financed by the oil. Now, all of a sudden, the oil is being shut down. It is the Gottaball mill that is working in the background by the RSF. But I don't know why RSF will be doing that when they know this oil belongs to South Sudan.
Sometimes like when people are at war, right? They'll just create chaos all over.
Well, they feel that Sudan government get some profit from this oil.
Likely, yeah.
So let us reduce their financing. Yeah, it's crazy.
Because your oil cannot be passed through somewhere and you don't pay them. Yeah.
So
they kind of get a cut.
So here is one of the people that spoke from Heglig that confirmed the closure of the shutdown of the oil refineries. Not oil refineries, oil production.
Oil production farm.
والله اننا 3 استشهدوا وربنا يتقبلهم ان شاء الله. وعملنا شت داون طوالي، قفلنا يوم الخميس ذاته كان عملنا شت داون. والله اننا 3 استشهدوا وربنا يتقبلهم ان شاء الله. وعملنا شت داون طوالي، قفلنا يوم الخميس ذاته كان عملنا شت داون. Yeah, so he's saying that they shut down on Thursday. On Thursday. Yeah, and that's the same day that the budget was done in the morning.
Yeah.
Then they ended up shutting it down.
That Arabic was very hard. I had to listen very keenly. I couldn't really understand much.
Yes.
I just heard your Khamis.
It's Khartoum Arabic, my friend.
Very classic one.
Yeah, so that's what happened. Good luck to South Sudan. Do they need good luck or they need hard work?
They need to work harder.
Not good luck.
And stop corruption, yeah.
Yes.
Because the country actually gets a lot of money. Like all these grants, if they were actually putting the grants appropriately or putting them to proper use, then we would have been developed. These things of Bolmil saying prosperity, peace, unity, and development, like for everyone or everything, it just doesn't make sense. But if they were actually developing the country, it would have happened. Because you remember that document that we looked at, the UN document the other day, of, was it how many billion? 25.2 billion?
Yeah, from 205
like
to...
Yes. So that's a lot of money. And from 205, the economy was very okay. Like things were very cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just that these people waste a lot of money. And all these documents that we see leaking online of people going to borrow money from the Ministry of Finance, you get thousands, you get millions as individuals. And then it's not like they follow up with payment. And then the president with his firing and recycling of people. So whatever loans that were discussed backdoor, by the former minister would not be known.
Yeah.
Or the former governor of central bank. That's how the country goes broke. Otherwise, we would be self-sustaining if we had proper government.
Yeah, it's a crazy country.
Mm.
Hey, it is what it is, man. So yeah, that's 7 trillion is a small money. 1.16 billion US dollars.
Let's say 1.2 billion.
Yeah, 1.2 billion is a small money.
Yeah. When you said it, I felt it's too small.
Yeah.
If the Ministry of Petroleum were asking for advance of 2.5 billion, what was that money going to be used for? Was it like part of the budget or what they wanted for their own operations?
I thought that they were trying to see if they will get that money, and then they will come and say, we have get the money to finance the budget for the whole year.
But then it's not the work of the Ministry of Petroleum.
And then if it is a budget for a whole year, why request it now? Because when it comes to budget, budget is proposed, but it's paid out monthly. So if they needed something to finance the budget, they would have just said, we'll need 2 billion, but that 2 billion, we don't want it in one-time payment. We want it of monthly payment of this amount.
Yeah.
So that every month, whatever that company will pay, it will come and cover the monthly budget for that month. Like that. But when you have the whole money one time, people are going to misuse it.
Yes. And that's why these budgets are supposed to be read when they are due. That is by the end of June. And then because the financial year for a country, if you have a budget reading of June 30th, let's say, then your financial year begins in July. So that means by the time you're approving the budget, you must have something that you are able and willing to spend as of July. And then if you are borrowing, then you can now top it up for the subsequent months.
Yeah.
And then this thing of running on a deficit for all this time until
and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they try to make our budgets to be secretive. These budgets are supposed to be publicly available. Like the 7 trillion, by now we should have that document that shows this is the 7 trillion and these are the allocation to all the ministries.
Yes.
But when just put a number, this is where like the presidency will take 90%.
More than 50%.
Yeah, of the whole budget. And then these other things like the healthcare,
like 2%.
they are not budgeted for.
Yes.
So if they ministry of whatever, of finance or whoever that work on the budget, should at least make that document available. It's not like there's something that public is going to take out of it.
No, there will be a lot of scrutiny. Like last year, their budget was around 4-point-something trillion, which is what I checked during some of our prior videos during this week. And if they just put the blanket statement, then it gives room for corruption to happen. Because people will not know like the actual amount each ministry or each department is supposed to take. So just bring the whole money like that. And like you said, they're supposed to receive these loans on monthly basis. I have a feeling that they request for the entire amount, and then if the donor or the financier is able and willing to give you at once, they take everything. And that's why you see we have so many loans from different parts.
Yeah.
Like with the African Development Bank, with the Qatar something bank,
National Bank,
and the IMF, obviously. So you are just borrowing left, right, center because you either under budget or you take the entire loan at once, and then you come and misuse it, and you are now not able to meet your financial obligations for the operational cost.
Yes.
It's tricky.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But that's South Sudan for you. And the last thing, I was looking at this article today where they were talking of You remember Ahmad Jowi did a video yesterday where she was released. But as per the way Radio Tamazuj, somebody that spoke to them, they say that Ahmad Jowi was told not to go online again.
Okay.
Not to do any, not to log in online again, post or do anything like that.
Ish.
But she breached it immediately. She went and posted that she's back. And
I think she said something like, "Thank God I am okay now," something like that.
And save.
Yeah, save.
And then she started playing some small clips of songs. And then people start visiting her. And then again, there were some few rumors that I was hearing today that she was rearrested again.
Yeah.
But again, if you were told not to go and post or not to go online for some time, would you listen to the government, or would you just come and tell them that I've been told not to come and update the public?
I would listen. Like, having your freedom is very essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to just guard it at all costs. So whatever she said is that, thank God I'm safe now.
Yeah.
Which was yesterday. And then you remember yesterday when we were discussing her release, if it was the president that decided to pardon her, or because he has a lot of things on his plate. And one thing that I actually forgot was to ask, like, do you actually think that based on what she's currently doing, because she's just taking videos, not saying anything, it's either she's laughing or lying down, and then the kind of background music that is singing is very disturbing. Things that are kind of throwing low jabs at, obviously, people, but you can't really tell who she's throwing jabs at. Yeah, and I felt like this was not very safe for her, because whoever is after her will still come and launch the same complaint.
Yeah.
Saying that this girl has been released and these are some of the things she's doing.
Yeah.
And in this era of technology, even if she deletes, of which she has not deleted the videos, someone would have probably screen recorded.
I think she was relying on the idea that she did not say anything, and she's not the producer of those songs. So nobody should come and question her about anything. It's not her. She's not the owner of those songs.
Yeah,
so why would people bother her? But yeah, as a smart person, she should have just avoided until when the whole thing died. And they were not banning her from social media for life. She was to come back. And she can log in using someone's account if it is the entertainment that she needs, so long as she will not talk.
Yeah, or if she can just post random stuff, not touching on the situation, what happened to her at that facility. Or these songs. Like, these songs are very dangerous. As much as you are not the one who sang them, people would easily catch feelings, especially if there's someone you had bad blood with. The shoe will fit. And it will put you in trouble. And that's something that you need to avoid, especially immediately after coming out of detention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky. But South Sudanese like that a lot.
Yeah.
You find people putting songs, background song, when you listen to it and then you just look at the video and some of the things, the body language displayed.
Yeah.
You feel really that this person is attacking someone.
Yes.
You might never know, but it's obviously like an attack on someone. Yeah, just that they don't verbally say it. Or they are very happy that the composer actually made a song that fits their situation at the moment. And it's a bad trend.
Yeah, it's bad. It's very bad. Yeah, so that's it for Jimosi podcast. Please consider subscribing, share, like, and leave your comment. And you let us know what you think of the budget. Is it too small for it to be funded from outside? Because if they were able to request 2.5 billion, that means they were to be paid anyway.
Yeah.
Then why a small budget of 1.2 over a period of 12 months, be it finance a little bit of it again?
Yeah. And also, do you agree with us that there should be making the budget available to the public. Yeah, because we are currently in the digital era. So they can just print that or have it on their website. And whoever is willing and curious enough to know what's happening in South Sudan will just go into the document and check line by line or item by item to see what is it that is taking a lot of the money from that budget. And if we need to debate it online, we bring the topic up and discuss it.
And which department has not been funded properly.
Yes, and why they should be increased and all that.
Yeah.
Also look at some of the departments that are actually responsible for a lot of things, like the Ministry of Health. Then consider if their budget is okay or it needs a boost. Yeah, because I kind of feel like these online discussions somehow shape some of the things they are doing. Because remember, recently we talked about this idea of people signing to borrow money on behalf of the company or on behalf of the ministry or government. One individual, and then you CC to the file, and that file is not like it's distributed to different departments, and it's very dangerous. Today, what have they done? They have already come up with a way to curb that. So if we continue having these discussions and they make the budget available, then we can also raise the same concerns, and probably the government will watch out on social media.
Yes.
And make some recommendations, as much as they are going to take credit for some of our ideas.
Yes.
As the South Sudanese online, the social media criminals, according to Martin Elia.
Well, that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. We are on our road to 4K.
Yes.
Less than 600 subscribers away.
Yes.
Thank you for the support this far.